going on, guys? Miz coming on. You knew what you guys wanted. Reaction Monday. Finally, after a win. New York Giants gave you 4 quarters of full football. And I'm going to come out right away and say, proud of that defense. All week, the defense heard about how they quit last week. Bradbury doesn't tackle. Jackson doesn't cover. You overpaid Leo. The defense is nothing without Tomlinson. Hey, I was one of them. Defense responded. I felt that the coaching staff led by Joe Judge would come up with a game plan after getting destroyed and criticized and ripped apart all week by the New York media and the Giants fan base. By the way, got my Big Pat shirt. I'm sporting a Big Pat shirt. Things comfortable as hell. Gonna fit me nice for the winter. Go out and get yourself one. And support my man Big Pat. Big time Giant fan. His defense showed. For one game at least, we saw last year's defense. And a defense that, you know what? A defense we expected to see all year. So, I gotta say, Daniel Jones once again showed us why he is our franchise quarterback. There's no doubt about it. People, the ones who are doubting, gotta stop it. You're not drafting a quarterback. Get over it. We're not going backwards. We're moving forward in the next draft. But that's for them. We all know we're gonna attack the trenches. Build the rest of this team, especially that O-line. But my thing right here is this, okay? You dominated a game. It was a grinded out, ugly, low scoring game for 3 quarters. Which, if you heard me earlier in the week, I predicted the Giants will win this game Sunday. It will be a grinded out, ugly game. But the defense will come to play and go get this game for us. And the defense, along with Daniel Jones, came and got the game for us. And you got to take your hat off to Jason Garrett, who put together a hell of a game plan. To me, his best game plan of the year. That fit the game that we were going to be in. Without the weapons that we should have that we're missing. He managed up a great game. Alright, you knew it was going to be hard and ugly. But the way the Giants stood in there, fought the game, and pulled it away in the 4th quarter. I'm not going to lie. It feels really good to win a game, man. I feel happy. I woke up with an energy this morning. You know, not saying we're going to a Super Bowl. You know, nothing like that, man. Just felt good to win a game and the way we did it. I mean, it was a blowout. We basically shut the team out. We put Sam Darnold on the bench and the Carolina Panthers on a 0. I don't care about their little field goal. Couple of guys balled out. I want to call it out right now, man. Leo the Lion Williams. What a game, man. The guy was all over the place. And people criticize him in the contract we gave him. But if you look overall at the whole year, and you don't just go check on Google the stats, forget the stats. If you're a man who watches games, and everyone knows, you're going to see things in the game and stats for others that show up in the game, that show up on the stat list, but you don't see it unless you watch the game. You could go look at stats, but there are things in the game that are bigger than stats that you're not going to see. Leonard Williams is having another outstanding season. Stop looking at only sacks. Sacks is not the most important stat. The man assists other players in getting inside. The man shutting down the run. And yesterday I noticed that Graham moved Leo to the outside, which I was calling for 2 weeks. You got to get him back outside like you did when you had Tomlinson in the middle. You don't have a Tomlinson. You can still put Leo on the edge and plug in the other defensive tackles we have. Dexter had a big game yesterday, a sack. He plugged the run. Carolina couldn't run the ball on us. All right? And Leo made a major impact all over, and especially off the edge. And what Leo did was allowed Azeez Ojulari, who's having an outstanding rookie season already, 5.5 sacks in a season. The man had, I think, 2 sacks yesterday, or a sack and a half. So you finally got some pass rushes off the edge. And you also stopped the run. Secondary played great. Carolina receivers either were not getting open, or when they were, Sam wasn't seeing them because the pressure was getting to him. You know what? For the first time, the Giants put a full game together. I'd like to call out 2 other names in this game on the offensive side, okay? Also, I want to mention Peppers, who came back and had a good game. He might have tweaked something, but he played hard. You saw it. He was all over the place, securing punt return job. All right? The man plays hard, always has, and I'd really rather not lose him. He's a leader on this defense. He brings emotion. He's verbal, and he's a dog. We don't have many of them. Let me give you 3 names on the offensive side right now. Number 1, a man we all kick in the face all the time. We got to give it to him. He came up with a very solid game yesterday. He secured the catches. He played hard. He blocked. Ingram had a nice game yesterday. I believe he had 5 or 6 receptions. I believe he had about 55, 60 yards. The man played really hard. It's not about the yards and the stats. It's about how he played the game. My man, Pettis, what a game. When we're lacking receivers and a guy like Pettis steps up, gives you a touchdown, catches balls down the field, okay? Even takes an end around and throws it to Daniel Jones, who comes up with some crazy, spectacular catch. I'd rather not see Jones do that too often, because I'm not trying to lose my franchise quarterback, okay? But Pettis was a big part of this game. And you know what? The man earned himself some more playing time, so I'd like to see him get on the field in the coming weeks a little more. Even if we get back players, you can mix this guy in. The man is he looks like a player. And finally, your franchise quarterback, and there's no doubt about it, man. Daniel Jones, who managed the game and put together the type of game that you need when you're suffering in your season and you got to come up with a win. Daniel Jones put this team on his shoulders, okay? All right? And he pushed and pushed. It was hard. The yards weren't easy. The man was taking hits. The man played quarterback, delivered some nice passing. Very solid. No turnovers. Protected the ball in the game. Ran the ball up the middle like a fullback several times. Grinded out yards. The man even goes out and makes a catch where he's about to get blasted. Okay? One-handed catch. I mean, the whole country's seen it. It's on ESPN. This dude is a hell of an athlete. More than people know. And the league's finding out. And even more than that, we have ourselves a really solid franchise quarterback. And when we finish the O-line for this guy and you can get some of your weapons back healthy, you're going to see a future as soon as probably next year, as soon as this year, that this guy's the type of quarterback that can lead you to a championship. Things don't happen overnight. It takes several years. To be honest with you, I like Daniel Jones a lot, man. He's a leader. He's becoming more outspoken. The players love him. They play hard for him. How can you not play hard for a guy who's willing to put his head down and try to slam over a linebacker? The man goes out, catches a ball knowing he's going to get leveled. This guy, you want to talk about a dog, man. He may not be the rough type of guy that you meet in an alleyway and you want to run away from, but guess what? This guy's a dog. He's got a dog personality inside as an athlete. I heard Logan Ryan say Daniel Jones was the best basketball player on the team. That says something. And he said he was embarrassed to say that. Listen, Daniel Jones is our quarterback, man. Now go do the right thing and finish this O-line in the next draft. Right now, we got to deal with what we have. Hopefully, we get back pieces in the coming weeks. Enjoy this win. It was a good win, man. Don't let it go to your head. Because I'm going to tell you right now, just like I thought the Giants were winning this game, I think we're headed into Kansas City on a Monday night at a really bad time. I know some people think it's a good time. Kansas City's not playing good football. Mahomes is a little banged up. I've been watching football a long time, man. I hope I'm wrong. I see it differently. We're going into a Kansas City team game in Kansas City on a Monday night where we never fare well. On a Monday night in front of the nation. The Chiefs know they're going to be playing a game in front of the nation. The stadium's going to be nuts. The Kansas City Chiefs are desperate. That's a word that scares me. The Chiefs are a desperate team. If you think the Chiefs are still not a good team, you're crazy. The Kansas City Chiefs. I hope I'm wrong, but this has all the smells of us walking into a hornet's nest. And a get-right game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, if Mahomes is not playing, it's a different story. But I believe the guy's going to play. He's a gamer. He's a beast. Okay? He was already cleared last night. The Chiefs are going to go back to the chalkboard. They're going to pull in the reins, and they're going to play a Kansas City type of football game. The Giants defense can bring their act from yesterday on the road. We're going to have a good game. We'll go down there. We'll give it our best shot. The most important part, we need to get some pieces back. Maybe Galladay, maybe Shepard. I think Barkley and Tony are probably still a week, 2 weeks away. Thomas is a few weeks away, and honestly, right now, Andrew Thomas is the most important part of this entire football team. Okay? Because he puts the O-line together. He was having a top-level tackle season, and Daniel Jones needs him badly. Because Soldiers, who I was a big fan of to bring him back, looks like he's done. Time for that guy to take his suitcase and head down to Florida, retire, and go lay on the beaches. This man's letting people run by him in a dangerous way, man. I'm afraid he might get Jones killed one day. I know he's trying, and I know he did what he can for the organization. The guy's done, and we need to find someone else to hold that down. We need Thomas back so we can have Thomas in there, maybe along with Pert. Pert's a kid. He's looking good. He has his moments that, he has his down moments, but that comes with a kid. I'm willing to take that for some growth. I'm looking ahead past Kansas City because I think we beat the Raiders at home, and that's in 2 weeks, and we will be much healthier for that game. Then we'll go into a bye. Look, I'm looking at the second half of the season. I'm seeing a lot of winnable games, and if the Giants get healthy and Jones continues to grow in the ways he is, we get back a healthy Barkley. We get our receiving core back. We all are excited about Tony. We got weapons that could do damage after the catch. This Giants team could get better as the season goes on. There's no reason the Giants can't reach 7 or 8 wins, especially if you look at the last 6 or 7 games. So I'm looking for growth. I'm looking to try to get near the 500 mark. That's a huge step into the draft and towards next year. So you don't have to blow anything up. People got to relax, calm down. We're not blowing anything up. And don't go crazy if we don't come out of the Kansas City with a good game. All right? Just look ahead. Let the entire season play out. Sit back. Understand that we are not a Super Bowl team. That we are building. It's going to take another year, another draft, another offseason. There's no reason to throw players away. You want to make a trade for the deadline, get a pick for yourself, go ahead. You keep most of the team intact. The weapons are set. We all know what needs to be done in this next draft. But you know what I want to see? Go out and fight for this coaching staff. Go out and fight for the GM who's tried to do what he can. Well, regardless if he steps down or not at the end of the year, finish the season strong. I want to keep the foundation and the staff together. Go win 6, 7, maybe possibly 8 games. Finish the season real strong. so we could keep everything together. Because to me, a big word in growing and becoming a real good team, and maybe what we thought was going to be this year is really next year, which is not the worst thing in the world, is stability. Keep it together, let the team grow, add to it in the draft, get a player or two in the offseason. Let go of one or two guys, let's fix it up a little better. Judge is going nowhere, man. People got to stop talking stupidity, okay? Judge is going nowhere. Mara's tired of switching coaches every 2-3 years. He's young, he's feisty, and the players showed you that they go to war for him this past week. Okay, the team's not complete. We got to build the trenches, and we got to get a pass rusher. It's going to take another season. But let's let the Giants finish the season out. Let's see if they finish strong. And I believe they're gonna. They will finish this season strong. They will end up with 7-8 wins. You can't ask for more after you started out 1-5, and with all the injuries we suffered. You want to say it's not an excuse? I don't care what you say. It is an excuse. You lost a lot of players, key players. We get them back. Maybe we get rolling. Maybe we finish the season with 6-7 wins. Maybe we finish the season 4 out of 5. And that gives you a real table to lean on to say, hey, let's bring most of it back. Let's keep the coaching staff. And let's go to the draft. We know what we need this time. One more year. It ain't the end of the world, guys. You don't win Super Bowls every year. I know it's been a long time, but you don't blow it up, start all over. That's another 3 to 5 years. You keep it together. You finish the season strong. You could say, oh, next season, the Giants can be a playoff team, and they might have a good future. But that's not for now. It was a good win. We're feeling positive. Like I said, don't get too down if we lose next week. Don't get too high off of yesterday's win. Right? 2-5. You still got a lot of season left. Let's let the Giants play the season out. And let's see if they step up the steps little by little, one step at a time. I'm telling you again, the big part of our future is how we finish this season in December and the first week of January. Oh man, it's a good win. And the biggest thing of all, 2 big things out of it, is the Giants' defense came hard, strong. The defense we all expected to see all season. So maybe they gained some confidence, some passion, and fire. And Daniel Jones is growing and emerging as a real franchise quarterback. And of all things, you can't ask for anything more than at least that. Ms. Talker Sports, see you guys on the stream. Thank you for the shirt, Pat.